Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving deep into a microscopic army that works tirelessly 24/7 just to keep you alive. It's your personal ultimate defender, your immune system.
Think about this. Right now, as you're sitting there, a silent, invisible war is raging inside you. Your body is constantly under assault from invaders. We're talking bacteria, viruses, and countless other microscopic troublemakers all trying to get in.
And yet, most of the time, you feel totally fine. You don't feel the skirmishes, you don't notice the battles, or the full-blown wars. So how on earth does your body defend itself so effectively and so quietly? Well, let's find out.
To really understand this invisible war, let's start with a scenario that I'm pretty sure we've all been through: getting a splinter.
You know, when you get a splinter, it's way more than just a piece of wood stuck in your skin. It's a breach in your body's outer wall. And bacteria love to hitch a ride, pouring right through that gap. That redness, the swelling, and the heat you feel, that's not the splinter. That is your immune system launching an immediate all-out counterattack called inflammation.
And that whole response really gets to the core idea of immunity. It's your body's incredible ability to fight off anything it recognizes as foreign or, not self. And this includes the obvious enemies like viruses, but also things like fungi, parasites, and even a life-saving organ transplant from another person.
Okay, so your defense system is organized into two main branches. First up are the first responders, the frontline troops that are always on duty. This is your innate immunity.
Your innate system is all about speed. It's always on, ready to react within minutes. Its strategy is pretty simple: attack anything that looks foreign. It doesn't care what kind of bacterium it is. If it's not supposed to be there, it is a target. The only downside is it has no memory. It fights the same battle the same way every single time. And its star players are these cells called phagocytes. And that name is no joke. Phagocyte literally means eating cell. These guys are like the Pac-Man of your body, the frontline soldiers just patrolling your tissues. When they run into an invader, they do exactly what their name suggests. They engulf it, they digest it, and they destroy it. It's brutal, it's simple, and it is very, very effective.
But while these frontline soldiers are holding the line, your body is calling in the special forces. And this is the second branch of your defense: acquired immunity.
This comparison really captures the difference perfectly. The innate system is super fast, but it's general. The acquired system, on the other hand, is way slower. We're talking days to fully fire up, but it's brilliant. It's highly specific, targeting one particular enemy, and most importantly, it remembers. So how does it get so specific? Well, it's all thanks to antigens. Think of an antigen as the enemy's uniform or the flag they're carrying. It's a unique molecular marker on the surface of a virus or bacterium that lets your special forces say, "Aha, I know exactly who you are." Once the enemy is identified by its uniform, the acquired system unleashes one of its main weapons: antibodies. These little Y-shaped proteins are like smart tags or molecular wanted posters. Now, they don't kill the invader themselves. Instead, they swarm it and latch onto those antigens, basically marking the pathogen and making it a glowing, can't-miss target for those eater cells we met earlier. The two types of elite soldiers that make all this magic happen are B cells and T cells. B cells are basically the weapons factories, producing and releasing floods of those antibodies. T cells are the assassins. Some of them coordinate the attack, while others, known as T killer cells, actually hunt down and destroy your own infected cells, sacrificing them to stop a virus from spreading.
This whole process is really a learning experience. It starts with recognition, when a B or T cell spots a new enemy. Then that cell kicks into high gear and starts cloning itself, building a massive army tailor-made for that one specific threat. Next, the army launches its attack. And finally, and this is the absolute genius part, some of those clones stick around as long-lived memory cells, ready and waiting for a future invasion.
This ability to learn and remember brings us to one of the greatest triumphs of modern medicine. How can we possibly train this incredibly smart army without having to fight and hopefully survive a full-blown, life-threatening war? The answer is vaccination. And the core idea is just so simple and elegant. You introduce a safe version of the enemy's uniform, the antigen, into the body. This could be a weakened virus, a dead one, or even just pieces of it. It's not enough to make you sick, but it's more than enough to trigger that whole learning process we just talked about. It's literally a military training exercise for your cells. This graph right here shows you exactly why that training is so powerful.
On the left, you see the primary response after that first exposure from the vaccine. See how it's kinda slow to start and the antibody level's relatively low. But now, look at the right. That's the secondary response. Thanks to those memory cells, the reaction is almost immediate, and the antibody production it's exponentially higher. The enemy doesn't even stand a chance.
This explosive secondary response is immune memory. That's the entire goal of vaccination. It's how your body goes from being a vulnerable rookie to a seasoned veteran defender ready to shut down a threat before it can ever get started.
But this system, for all its power and sophistication, is not infallible. It's incredibly complex. So what happens when the ultimate defender makes a mistake? Well, these malfunctions can lead to some really serious problems. In autoimmune diseases, the system gets confused and attacks your own healthy cells. It's basically a case of friendly fire. With allergies, it's a false alarm. The system just totally overreacts to something harmless, like pollen. And in immunodeficiency, the guard is down. The whole system is weakened, leaving the body wide open to any infection that comes along. So we're left with this beautiful, complex picture. Your immune system is a powerful, learning army that saves your life every single day. But it's not just about being strong. It also has to be wise, knowing what to attack, and maybe more importantly, what to leave alone. So the real challenge then isn't just about boosting our immunity, but about keeping this incredible force in perfect balance.